Let's get scratching. Let's get scratching. Let's get scratching.
You are looking live at the virtual Five Flag Speedway in Pensacola. We welcome you to coverage of the final night of the second annual iRacing Snowball Derby presented by Zach's Lawn Care. We have been rocking and rolling with preliminaries and other events for other classes since Friday, from the sportsmen to the trucks to the modifieds of mayhem and the Snowflake Pro Late Model Race. The preliminaries are done, the field is set, and we are ready for 300 laps on a Sunday night here on the Community Radio Network, CRN, and Elevated TV. Welcome to our coverage, as I mentioned during the football game of the 78th East-West All-Star game in Greensboro. We're looking forward to this one, 300 laps, the super late models. I am Wesley Outland. Joined alongside is Sarge, Chris Norris. We've got Cody Deemers. He'll chime in a time or two as well. And Chris, this is the virtual Snowball Derby. There has been days of planning, preparation to lock in the 30 best across the world of iRacing and the country, for that matter, to make it for this race, buddy. Good evening.
Hey, good evening, Wesley. Yeah, I'm glad to be here with you guys. Yeah, and talking with Cody a little while, sounds like there's been some exciting racing going on the last couple of days, and trying to get this field set. I think we still got some qualifying left to do for this one. I think they're going to start, the top 30. So it's just going to be interesting to see who makes this field.
Can you give us an update, if you will, Cody Deemers? Good evening, buddy. I know you're going to be working more on the production side of things, but can you give us an update of basically what we're about to see? Is there going to be like one more fast qualifying session to officially lock in the field?
It's already happened. All they're waiting on is me to advance the session to get the field gridded on the front stretch so we can get the grid going. But yeah, I appreciate Chris Norris coming in and stepping in with us, and then John Riddle will be jumping in hopefully around 8:30ish, maybe a little later. That'll be kind of production will be my thing tonight, and I'm glad.
Hey, I got to ask you, though, because you kind of called things solo the other night and then, of course, ready for this big one tonight. What's your preparations of getting ready for this big event, the second commencement in a moment to get underway?
Well, man, it's been a busy weekend for me. I'm kind of excited. If the Dillon Motor Speed, I've been working on logos like crazy. I made the logo for the New Year's Bash for the 16th annual. They just unveiled it today. I've made CRN a new logo. I've made this logo. I've been working on the logos for the races coming up, the New Year's Bash logo. I'm about logoed out for one weekend. But yeah, it's fun. It takes a lot of time and effort. You think, it's an iRacing broadcast, but it doesn't. There's a lot to it, you know what I mean? Especially with a 3-day event. So and then on top of it, I've been preparing everything. We've actually got Elevated TV set to go live for their first ever IRL race on March 28th at Sportsdrome Speedway for the Thunder Roadsters. So they'll be down there. We'll have them live on Elevated TV. So got all that set up today, and with the help of Charles, good buddy Charles, that Wesley knows real well. So appreciate him helping
Charles
out.
Wooten.
Yep.
Charles Wooten, our buddy from LSR TV and Race On. I'm sure he might chime in. Hello, Wesley. Chime in, of course, sometime tonight on the social media. This is the second annual Snowball Derby presented by Zach's Lawn Care. And obviously, Sarge, we set the stage for what's going to be the key here. Let's take a look at what will be tonight's race analysis before we go any further and fire the engines and pre-race ceremonies. And obviously, what's the most important thing, Sarge? You race yourself, the super late models, 700 horsepower engines, tires, handling. What's the key to survive Pensacola at the end of 300 laps?
Well, I think Wesley, it's going to be a combination of tires and handling, along with a lot of patience. You're going to have to show some give and some take. You got to know when to duck that nose in there and when not to, and just be patient and pick your battles. You might lose a battle here and there, but the object is to win the war. And in order to do that, you've got to be there at the end. And I think we got 4 sets of tires for this race tonight, so hopefully these guys will take care of them and be there. Like I said, the cream's going to rise to the top. You know that. So
Rises to the top. You had to give me a Randy Savage line there, didn't you? How dare you interrupt my Randy Savage moment? Come on, man. The cream, the cream rises to the top. No, seriously, it's going to be fun,
oh
and
yeah.
obviously, yeah, man, I think it's going to be really cool to see what goes on. And by the way, I want to say thank you to Zach's Lawn Care. 300 laps. You got patience. You got to be patient. Am I right, Cody? I'm going to bring you in here a time or two. I know you're going to focus on production, but the key is here, this isn't the Snowflake. This isn't the Modifieds of Mayhem. This is the greatest, most prestigious short track race in America on the virtual world. And Cody, we've called some of these, and me and Alan Dietz called football together, and we even mentioned that we've called the real Snowball Derby of the years past as well down in Pensacola. It is a grind to get yourself ready for this moment, this 300 lapper ready to commence.
Yeah, man, it's a toll. It's what it is. I mean, you got to prepare hard for it. I mean, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that a lot of people don't see. So, and I've actually got to get stages because I'm getting word that we are doing stages. There is going to be a stage break at lap 100, a stage break at lap 200, and then we'll go the stage break at lap with 25 laps to go. So.
There will be 3 stages, basically 100 laps each, basically, is what you're saying. Caution at the end of lap 100.
Yes, sir. And I will have the stages on the ticker, so they'll be able to see the stages as well.
Well, what are we ready to do? Let's go down trackside and prepare for opening ceremonies. But first, if you're listening on the radio, we need to pause for station identification. It's going to be a good one. The second annual Snowball Derby, presented by Zach's Lawn Care. Next.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN. 87.9 FM, Clayton, Connor, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
We now go trackside for invocation and national anthem before we fire them up at Pensacola. Next.
Dear God, as we are gathered here this evening to celebrate these gentlemen, shake and bake like Ricky Bobby, help us to remember we also have a race that we must run. Help us to also shake and bake. Stress, some days depressed. Help us to remember we are blessed, we must shake and bake. Heartache, heartbreak, you have used it all for our breakthrough. Help us to shake and bake. And on the days where it's hard to get up out of bed, help us to remember those famous and faithful words. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing. For your glory, by your grace. In Jesus' name I pray, and all of God's children said, amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning, multi-platinum country music icon and star of the upcoming Fox series Monarch, Trace Adkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hey race fans, thanks for watching our video. For all NASCAR on Fox News, content, and the best clips from Fox Sports, be sure to follow and subscribe to our channel.
Welcome back to the Snowball Derby here at Five Flag Speedway. It's time to introduce the starting lineup. And we got some intro music in the background. Cue it up. It's the time for the second annual Snowball Derby, presented by Zach's Lawn Care. And shotgun on the field, introducing the lineup, starting in the 30th position. Driving the Phoenix Construction, Casey Roderick, number 25. This is Casey Klein. Casey Klein in the number 25. Starting in the 29th position, there's the talented man in the JBL studio, number 24 from the ASA Star Store. Never count out the open wheel hot shoe. That is Gavin Boschel. We move on to row number 14 to the inside. Car number 91 to the superior entry. That's the 91 of Dylan Bates. To his outside, one of the dominant winners of Super Late Model Racing this year from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, Canada. Keep an eye on the Donnie Wilson Racing, number 28. The tilt load creative entry of Cole Butcher. We move on to row number 13 to the inside in 26. Car number 33 in the Hemley Company, RH Motorsports, Francis Automotive Racing Engines, number 33. It is Albert Francis. And to his outside in car number 91, a two-time winner of the Derby, competitor and champion of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series for, of course, Tricon Garage, the 91, the iRacing Menards entry. That's a new sponsorship for next year, by the way, for the trucks and for NASCAR and Supers. That is the man from Seymour, Wisconsin, Ty Majeski. We move into row number 12 in the 24th position on the inside, the Platinum Entry Motorsports, number 18. That is Max Reeves, Mad Max, into his inside, ready to roll in the next position. Ready in the 24th position, now 23rd, inside row number 12. That'll be David Gilliland. I'm hearing myself echo with the music. As long as the music's going out over the broadcast, it's fine. As long as it's going out on the YouTube stream, I'm fine with that. I was hearing myself echo for some reason. To the inside, David Gilliland. Never count out this driver in the Vertical Acres Farms Toyota, number 98, of course, a former NASCAR competitor and a man that knows how to run the Supers as well. We move on to row 11, and it's Wisconsin driver Derek Kraus in the number 9, the Big Red number 9, to his inside. Car number 20, first position, the 44 from the Commonwealth of Virginia, the Solid Rock Carriers Jones Utilities entry Toyota. That is Connor Jones. Top 20 on the grid, outside row number 10. He got a provisional to make it into the Derby, I believe. The number 51. He resides out of Las Vegas, Nevada. He is a two-time winner of the Snowball Derby as well in the Lucas Oil Products Flow Racing Family Funeral Dentistry, number 51. It is, of course, Rowdy Kyle Busch. To his inside, this man was driving a different car. I don't think they were able to get the wrap job for it for the Snowball Derby, but that is the Fame machine that this guy has been able to occupy for a very long time in the Pepper Jack Kennels. Number 43, a former winner of the Derby. It is Derek Thorne from Bakersfield, California. Moving on to row number 9 in the 18th position from Washington State. One of the talented drivers of the Northwest Super Late Model Series is ready to go in that number 55 double nickel. Never count out the Northwest Muffler Mart, number 55. Sorry, I lost my place there. It is Hayden Plybon. And to his inside, ready to go. In that inside number 17 position, the car number 22. Another one of those Toyota Racing Development entry Toyotas, number 22. There's our Buddy Shepard, pardon the pun. We move on to row number 8 in the 16th position. This driver resides from the Peach State of Georgia in the Fury Race Cars. Number 29 from Modifieds to Late Models, it's Spencer Davis. And to his inside, a two-time winner also of the Snowball Derby, a competitor in the NASCAR Cup Series and more. The Port City Race Cars, Appalachian Sucker Punch, number 30. It is Noah Gregson. Row number 7. To the inside in his final attempt of the real Derby and the virtual one, residing out of Roscoe, Illinois. In the Kawa Denso number 14, it is the Toyota of Austin Nason. To his inside, starting in the number 13 position. That's the driver of the car, number 44, another California driver, a former Alan Kulwicki driver development man. That is the man of Jeremy Doss. We're going a little too quickly. Wait for me, please. Row number 6 on the outside. Defending winner of the Derby of last year. The man resides out of Woodlands, Texas. In the car number 21, Cook Excavating entry. Never count out this man. It's ready. It's go time. It's last year's real Derby winner, Caden Honeycutt. And to his inside, starting in the 11th position, all the way from from Hudson, New Hampshire. Ready to watch and see what he'll do representing the Northeast. It's 12G. It's DG12, as I call him. It's Derek Griffith, also a competitor in NASCAR Xfinity and ARCA in the Fury Race Car entry. We move on now to your top 10 starters. A second-generation driver from James Finch to Jake Finch. He's in the HendrickCars.com. Phoenix Construction Chevrolet. It's the Floridian, the young man of Jake Finch. To his inside, ready to roll. A former winner also of the Snowball Derby, competitor and winner of the NASCAR Cup Series and more. Ready to go from Byron, Michigan. It's the number 4. It is the vast entry, Toyota of Eric Jones. Row number 4, 8th position, Hernando, Florida. The Flaming Floridian in the Hind Motorsports Toyota number 69 Hampke Race Cars entry. It is Michael Hind. And his inside, the man up there from the Northeast who had to fight and claw and get his way into the show from up in Maine. That is the driver, Mike Hopkins. He'll start 7th in the Kickin' Tires, number 15. We move on to row number 3. And the 6th position, a Canadian, now a man that lives in the Carolinas. He's won some big races. We'll see what he can do. And you decide what coffee's better in the fast food chain. Is it Dunkin'? Is it Dunkin'? Is it Starbucks? If you're up in the Northeast in Canada, our friends of the North, it's Tim Hortons. And he's got Tim Hortons as a sponsor on that number 32. It is Trayton Lapsevich. We move on to inside row number 3. My apologies. And there is the man of the number 16. 16 entry racing. Number 16. We'll watch and see what he does in the Chevrolet of Jacob Gomez. To the outside of row number 2, it is the First Auto Group Toyota, another TRD driver. Never count this young man out. Won some big races, but never the Derby. Giovanni Ruggiero is starting 4th. Starting 3rd, the real winner of the Derby this year. the 51 Wabam entry. Let's watch and see what he'll do in that 51 Chevrolet. He resides out of Pinellas Park, Florida. A former winner of the Snowflake and the Derby in real life a few weeks ago on a Monday. It is classy or nasty Nasty. One thing we know, Stephen Nasty has got a good starting spot. We move on to the front row. The Lake Oregon, the Lake Oregon driver, Washington. It is the man in the Unical 76 Cyclone Slingers, number 76, my buddy from iRacing to Real Racing, Cole Raz, dominated the Northwest Super Late Model Series, and finally on the pole, fast qualifier in the car number 3. Ready to see what the Can USA AC number 3 Chevrolet will do. It is the driver, Michael Atwell, in his Chevrolet on the pole, ready for the second annual Snowball Derby presented by Zach's Lawn Care. We get ready for the command. Hey, Sarge, you want to give it?
Yeah, man. Gentlemen, start your engines.
The engines have fired.
I
For
tell you
many.
what, Wesley, what a field.
Yes, sir. I mean, did you hear the lineup, the names of the people I just introduced? I mean, it is a stacked field, even in the virtual iRacing sim world. Boy, this is going to be a good one tonight here in Pensacola.
Yeah, this should be an awesome race. Hopefully these boys will be able to keep this thing going in circles, and we won't have too many of those hankies come out, and we'll just have some good clean racing, and we'll see what happens. As long as these guys take care of their equipment, we should be good to go.
Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that real quickly? As I think we're going to make another couple of laps under caution, at least 2 more before we turn them green. But my question is this: strategy indeed. But what's those moments like right now as you have fought the last couple of nights to put yourself in now a 30-car field? To win this 300 lapper, it's got to take patience. Lights off on the pace car very quickly, Sarge. It's coming to green.
Yeah, they come out of turn 4 right here. They got knots in their stomach. They are ready to go. As the pace car ducks off, Wesley.
Ladies and gentlemen, the second annual iRacing Snowball Derby is underway at Five Flags Speedway. You have a virtual race. It's go time. A 300-lap battle of man and machine. Who will survive when this one's done? It's Michael Atwell. He'll get the lead in the early going. Raz and Massey side by side. They battle for second in the early going, Sarge, as they work your way to 3.
Yeah, you see that 51, he's taking a peek already under that 3 car right there as he gets a good run, but kind of fell back there a little bit. I guess he got some of that air off of the 76. But right now, these boys are just trying to get the knots out of their stomach, those butterflies, and they're trying to get settled in. And then it's a long race. It's a very long race, Wiz. There's no need to try anything crazy right now.
You've heard what I said for a long time as well, Cody Deemers. To first win the race, you must first finish. You ain't going to win it on lap number 5, but you can lose it. His Raz is high. It puts the door to Gomez, and Hopkins on the bottom. Unbelievable. What a save by the 76.
Yeah, that was some nifty wheel handling right there.
Could have been.
He's got to get that thing. Yeah, he's got to get out of those marbles there. He's losing spot after spot up there. He's got to get that car back from that lower groove.
Gotta wonder if the handling might be going away for the man out of Lake Oswego, Oregon. I think I said Lake Oregon. My apologies. I meant Lake Oswego, Oregon. It's where he resides. Cole Raz back now outside the top 5. He's in 6th position.
But the important thing is he finally got down into the racing groove for now.
Yes, sir. Five Flags Speedway, Pensacola, half-mile racetrack.
And it's very
Obviously,
roomy. It's very roomy as well.
Yeah.
There's plenty of room around this track. So
9 degrees of banking on the straightaway, 5 degrees. I'm sorry. 9 degrees in the corners, 5 degrees on the front straightaway is what I meant to say. And there's more racing room in the corners than there is on the straightaway, 55 feet to 48 feet. Now that's going to be something to keep an eye on for sure tonight.
yeah, it will. It's definitely going to make some of these guys think about some outside moves, set those up, get in a good place, and maybe go for it later on. But got to get some rubber laid down up there before we think about that.
15 degrees of banking in the corners. My apologies. 9 degrees on the front straightaway. So it is, you go from a corner to literally a flat surface on the straightaway, and you'll see that change in the rotation, if you will, in transitioning around the racetrack. But right now, we're flying. We're 12 of 300 laps working, 11 completed, and Michael Atwell has been the Pied Piper since the drop of the green here, Sarge.
Yeah, he's out front. He's doing a good job. I'm pretty sure he's pacing himself as he needs to, and showing some patience, and just taking what the track gives him. That's going to be the important thing. Take what the track gives you. Race the track, not the cars around you.
Michael Atwell had some success in the past. He's won the Hardee's Rattler at South Alabama Speedway, and he competes in the UARA National Series and more. Ran in the World Series of Asphalt, and currently the man right now. Picked up a second place finish at the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. He traveled all the way to the West Coast U.S., Pacific Northwest, and this year finished in runner-up for that big event. So a talented man, Michael Atwell, not afraid to travel, and right now he leads here at Pensacola. Remember, they will have a stage break at lap 100, and I'll be honest with you, Sarge, Chris Norris, the smart thing might be to just get in line and drive right now. What we're seeing, I know he got a little hectic there, frantic on the opening 5 laps with Raz, but notice that he's in a stalemate. He stays in the 6th position. He's not going anywhere. He's not racing anybody hard. Nasty right now is comfortably in 2nd. Gomez behind him. Hopkins about a second back behind that driver. And it's Atwell leading about 0.6 of a second over Nasty, but there's no frantic, crazy racing. This is the smart thing to do right now in the early going.
Absolutely. I mean, give yourself plenty of room. Don't race anybody too hard, because like you said, you got to be there at the end. If you're not there at the end, you're not winning anything. And I'm sure these guys don't want to put anything on the hauler just yet. And, we just got to take care of their equipment, save on those tires, save fuel, because in a 300 lap race, we're already coming in at 22 laps here. Strategy is going to be a big key if this thing stays green. It's going to be interesting to see how they shake it around and see what falls out of it. You know what I mean?
You're watching this now going on between the middle of the pack of the top 15. It's Spencer Davis, Ty Majeski, Jeremy Doss, and all that goes on. It allows EG12 Derek Griffith to clear by all these men, and we got a battle going on for 2nd in turn 1 and 2. It's Nasty and Gomez, stride for stride to the back straight away.
As you can see, that 16's running that high line, and he's trying to get it where he got a little slip right there, allowed the 15 to close in on him, and 15 ducks back down behind the 51 there. But they're trying to get that groove dug in the high line and get it to working. And if they can do that, that's probably going to be a little bit quicker way around the track. May even help save on some tires. But yeah, they're stacking up 2 by 2 right here behind the leader right now. So we're going to have to watch this closely, because these guys right here, some of them, they still seem to be a little loose. So we'll have to see what happens here. You see a lot of rear ends shaking around there, Wesley. Yeah, it looks like they're starting to get single file again, which is good news. See them getting racy too soon. I know the guys further back in the field, they want to get closer to the front before the caution comes out or pits start to happen. But these guys right here, right now, the 15 is trying to get that second place spot away from the 51 of Stephen Massey. But Stephen's holding his own right now, so we'll see what happens there with that as we trickle along here. Lap 30 in the books. They're still trying to get that high groove dug in, get it working. This 15 got a good run that time. And takes away the second spot from Mike Hopkins there. Or I mean, excuse me, Stephen Nassy. You see the 76 is starting to make his way back up to the front there a little bit. Yep, riding in fourth place. But Michael Atwell in the 3 car is still in charge of this race for right now, and then he's followed by Mike Hopkins, who's moved up 5 spots into second. And then the 51 of Stephen Massey, followed by the 76 of Cole Raz, and then Eric Jones, who has moved up 4 spots to take 5th, and Eric Jacob Gomez in 6th. So we got
I think we're back
going on. Yeah, there you are,
guys. I don't know what's happened. I'm using my hotspot now because I don't know, the internet has dropped here at the house. I don't know what in the world went down, and everything is off, by the way. Not just the Discord ping, but the TV, the internet, the TV behind me, all of the box went out for Spectrum. So anyhow, I apologize for that. We should be back on track. There's 35 of 300 laps completed, and right now Atwell is still comfortably in that position. No change for that top spot.
No, but we did have a change second. The 15 of Mike Hopkins got around Stephen Nassy about 4 laps ago, and he is starting to pull away a little bit. Eric Jones just fell back to 6th place, was in 5th, so Cole Raz moves up, Gomez moves into 5th. So we're still kind of riding around here a little bit of position changes going on, things happening, but they're starting to get that high groove to work. Wesley, they've been working on it here the last 5 or 6 laps.
The man out of Naples, Florida, continuing now to stay in that top position. He is leading the way, as we forementioned, as we go back around the racetrack and go back to our coverage. Thanks again for joining us on the Community Radio Network as well as on Elevated TV. We apologize for that drop there. We immediately tried to transition and figure out what happened. We are back up and going again, but for right now, it has been the Naples, Florida driver, Atwell. There's Michael Hine from one Michael to another. Michael Hine now moving into the Dirty Dozen spot. He's on 11th and 12th on the back straightaway.
Yeah, he made a good pass right there. He set that up real good. Using that high groove, kind of getting a little bit of momentum there. And had the car in front of him thinking he was going to take that high groove. And he ducked down low, and he's got the spot.
Look at the track map. There's a look at the transition of how they are working around the racetrack, and you can see the leader, Michael Atwell, is moving his number 3 Chevrolet closer and closer on back marker cars. And look at the interval now from 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. even 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. They're all single file, and there's plenty of separation amongst them also.
Yeah, these boys right here, though, in front of that 3 car, they're up on the wheel right now, trying to stay up on this lead lap. So let's see how much room that they give the leader to get by, or are they gonna kind of block him out to try to keep that lap? They run side by side in front of him right now. That's going to allow Hopkins to maybe close in a little bit on him. We can see him now coming into the frame. So this is going to get interesting right here. See her later get down on there and underneath the 14. Complete that pass, but he's got some traffic to deal with here. Wes, what do you think?
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, and obviously still a long way to go. Patience is key, and remember, we're only 46 laps now. 46 of 100. Now, it's a 300-lap race. Yes, there's 260 circuits remaining, but the key is this, I think, Sarge. Work your way in stages. Break it down. It's like a peeling of a layer of an onion, right? Don't get to the main course. Get to those first layers before you take a big bite and indulge to try to win here at the virtual derby at Five Flags Speedway tonight.
Yeah, have yourself a little bit of steak before you jump right off into the cake. You know what I mean?
And you a poet as well, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Hello to Jonathan Sessom joining us.
Racing, bro. I enjoy this right here. This is awesome.
Oh, man. Yes, sir. And we've had the privilege, I think I've called some of your races, and I don't think we've ever worked in the booth together, so this is really cool. It's right now 50 of 300 laps, 100 laps for the first stage, and all the while it is Atwell leading the way over Hopkins, Nassie, Gomez, and Raz now back into the top 5. Eric Jones, followed by Derek Shepard, Buddy Shepard, Caden Honeycutt, Trayton Lapsovich, Jake Finch, currently your top 10 right now, and calm, cool, collected. I like that here in the early going at the Derby here, Mr. Sarge, Chris Norris.
Yes, sir, Wes. I'm tell you what, that 15 car is loving that high line right about now. He's really got that thing working. And it's allowed him now to take the lead. And he's already off about a half a second in front of Atwell. You can definitely see the momentum that high line is giving these guys, the ones that can run up there. And I think that's going to help them with some tire wear. I think that's going to help them with some fuel. It's definitely going to help them on track. So.
Ron Barfield. Wow. Charles Rose from Pensacola that paints us the walls at Five Flags Speedway. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's my buddy. Okay, Charles. Hello. I know Charles is. I know who you're talking about now.
Charles, buckle in, buddy.
Don't you be cussing on this here broadcast. Don't be dropping no F-bombs there. My goodness, gonna get me in trouble with the damn FCC. Oops, I did it again.
Well, hey, at least he left the uck out of it.
Oh my goodness. A very successful race they had at the Christmas Clash. I know they moved it from Sunday to Saturday, and I wish they would have had a lot more fans in the stands, but man, that's just the gamble you take in the Carolinas with the weather. Cody used to live in the Carolinas. You live in Indiana now, but here's the deal. It was 20 degrees and 30 degrees and wind last week, maybe low 40s in the daytime. This week, it's 55, 60 degrees. They're talking about Christmas in the Carolinas. Going to be 80 degrees on Thursday. Are you kidding me? I might wear shorts.
Well, Wes, let me tell you a little quick story. Back in '89, when Hugo hit, back in September, Christmas Eve, I was out in my front yard washing my car with shorts and a tank top on. That night, it snowed 13 freaking inches.
Unbelievable. Where's he at? He's not in our chat box on YouTube. I don't see him. You should be broadcasting on the Elevated TV Facebook as well. Fluger. What in the hell is Fluger? I know about Roku TV, but what is Fluger?
That sounds like something
Fluger.
my mom used to do to me when I was a bad boy.
Sound like the F word when you can't say booger, I guess. I don't know. Is it? Go ahead, Cody. Roku TV? Okay. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, buddy. By the way, I'm going to send you a friend request. That's me hitting you up on social media. So, yeah, I know Charles. Super great guy. Bob Lowry and Judy and Tracy and everybody there. Andy Marquise. I'd be remiss not to mention a big shout out to him as well. So many great people at Carteret County Speedway. And by the way, speaking of the Christmas Clash, throw that up there, Cody. That's next Sunday night. Stand by. There you go, Sarge. Here it is. Any moment now, any day now. We let the guy don't even talk it. He can't even get the logo up on production on the screen. He's got a lot of logos.
There it is.
Here they are.
I was going to ask if we could get it up before lap 100.
And we are closing in on lap number 70. Something about lap 69. Hello. But,
Yeah.
Cody, the second annual Christmas Clash, that will be next Sunday night. There you go. Make it big. It will be next Sunday night, and it obviously mimics what they do at Carteret County Speedway. However, Bob, Judy, Tracy, Andy, let's get Carteret County on iRacing one day. But it will be at Langley Speedway because that's the closest thing to the track in Swansboro. Yeah, and the honky tonk and rocket twin 25s for the legends will be entertaining as well.
Elevated TV is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
I'm telling you, my goodness. Heading towards lap 73, man. You know what? Oh, yeah, you better be nice. They're watching. They're watching you.
No getting that.
Oh,
There we go. 3 wide for position.
Zach's a really good guy. If you're in the Anderson, Indiana, Muncie, Indiana, Anderson, make sure you hit up Zach. Find him on Facebook, Zach's Lawn Care. He's a really good guy. Small guy, doesn't want to get crazy big. Like, he doesn't want to go commercial, like too big. But he's a really good guy. Make sure you guys check him out. And if you need your grass cut or you need snow removal done, make sure you hit him up.
what he said. But Brett Irvin had a scary moment over there at the Christmas Clash in the Legends cars. By the way, shout out to Ron Barfield, Dillon Motor Speedway. We're doing the New Year's Bash, and man, can I get a crowd? Can I get a round of applause for my buddy? Cody Deemers created a logo that's going to be used for a real racetrack at an event. I can't believe it, Sarge.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the thing. I haven't laid eyes on it yet.
Put it on the screen if you can, Cody.
Yeah, let's see that thing. Whip it out.
Look at this. The 16th annual New Year's Bash Treat Stock National. That is the official logo for the race, and it's being all over social media.
There it is. That looks pretty. That's pretty spot on right there.
buddy
I like
Cody
that.
Deemers created it. He created the Snowball Derby logo. He created that new CRN Community Radio Network logo.
Yep. Which I'm still running sponsors on my car, by the way.
Look at that. You still put CRN on your car, Smart?
Yes, I do.
I appreciate that, man.
Absolutely,
We've been wide
my
open.
friend.
We have been wide open. Oh. Wow.
Yeah, March 28th. Man, I'll tell you something. You know, we've been kind of doing our own little thing right here for a minute, but Hopkins has jumped out to over a 2-second lead over Atwell while we were shucking and jiving there for a minute. And
He's running away with it, man.
yeah, he's just quietly making moves and passing cars and just stretching out that lead.
He's in his own world.
Yeah, and we're already on lap 84 of 300 here. So it's going
But this
by
is the
pretty
smart
quick.
thing. This is the smart thing to do, though, right? 23 minutes into this race. What did we do last night, Cody? We ran the Snowflake 125 in 33, 34 minutes. One caution. We have not had no yellow flags yet in the second annual Snowball Derby presented by Zach's Lawn Care. And right now it's been Atwell leading most of the race, but then Maine's Christian Hopkins got around him. And remember, Hopkins is the real driver at the Derby that got in the wall during qualifying late on that Saturday night to man up a course from Maine.
Well, he's got that machine working right now, and I hope he's just up there kind of not overdoing it, just taking it kind of easy there. You know, the 51 of Nasty, he's still riding back there. You know, he ain't letting them get too far out, but he's got a lot of traffic to pass. He's about 4 seconds back, followed by Gomez in 16 there. But I'm telling you now, these guys, right about now, they've settled in. The butterflies are gone, and they're just getting a feel for the car, letting it do its thing. And I gotta believe that these boys is racing the track and not each other too much.
That's the smart thing to do, right? I mean, you're heading on
Yeah,
lap number 88 of 300. Look, you're just
Absolutely.
kind of seeing what your car is doing, what you can do, go high, go low. This is how you set yourself up. These are the best in the country, a super late model in the world. Come and converge to Pensacola every year the first weekend in December, and tonight on the iRacing World in the second annual Snowball Derby. If you're snowed in, you're rained out, there's nothing to go, you're having racing withdrawals like our buddy Jason, check it out, watch it, enjoy it. We're 10 to go in stage 1 of the Derby. Right now, it is Hopkins, the man from Herman, Maine, leading the way. He competed in the Granite State Series, the past series. He runs, of course, at Speedway 95, Oxford Plains, and more. And the man from the Northeast has got a really, really good strong right now here in that number 15.
Yeah, he's just picking them up, putting them down right now. He's just stretching that lead right on out. And if this thing stays green, man, he may lap over half the field.
Go time, it is live, and we are on the air, no doubt about it. What will happen as we watch these guys working their way around the racetrack, this 300-lap battle of man and machine here in the iRacing Snowball Derby. Zach Lawn Care sponsoring this event. This is the 300-lap super late model main event. And we are closing in on under 5 remaining now. Look at Hopkins pulling away, but Atwell and Gomez and all this going on with Krause and company. Fighting through lap traffic, that's Kyle Busch. Oh, that's the man in second, Atwell. 4 to go here in stage 1 at Pensacola. And all the while, Mike Hopkins, Michael Atwell, Jacob Gomez, and the interval is 4 seconds, 5 seconds. We got a problem. Jake Finch is off the pace in the 51. Something amiss on his car. He's a lap down, multiple laps down, 3 laps down or more. And look at the leaders now. Hopkins running down, a former winner of the Derby. Bakersfield, California. Derek Thorne in 43. Sarge, you don't normally see guys like this with their names struggle in the real world and even in the sim world for that matter.
Yeah, but Wesley, this is racing, bud, and anything can happen. All it takes is temperature to change or just something not right in the car, just off a little bit, and this is what happens. It's luck of the draw sometimes. I mean, even the best of the best have bad days.
The caution is out. We have completed.
And I think he's going to keep him on
Stage
the
one.
lead lap there. So that was a good break for 43.
The driver, that was a lap down. So Derek Thorne was on the tail end. He'll stay on the lead lap. Casey Klein would be the first man to get the free pass, if you will, because Mike Hopkins did do the right thing and he did not try to lap the 43 of Derek Thorne. So, well, actually, my apologies. I think Hopkins got around Thorne, but he will get the free pass and he'll be the first man to go back on the lead lap. My correction on that.
Yeah, I didn't think he had passed him. I thought he'd got saved by the stage break here.
I don't think he did, my friend.
Yeah, it's not showing it that way on the scoring board, so. Yeah, he kind of got punted into the wall. Like,
Hey,
excuse
sure
me,
did.
excuse me, I'm coming through, and pardon me.
Do you come to pit road, Sarge? What are you thinking, man? Early start of the race. Do you come to pit road, yay or nay? I see Majeski's on pit road, but he's a lap down or something.
I think it would depend on how my tires are feeling, how my car's feeling, and track position at this point. So
Everybody behind, yeah, the top, less than the top 12 came down to the pit lane. Everyone else from Cole Raz, Trayton Lapsevich, Michael Hind, and more from lap 102 all the way down to 30. Multiple laps down or a lap down came down to the pit lane. We'll step away real quickly when you take a break. More second stage, second annual Snowball Derby here at Five Flags Speedway. We're back in a moment. CRN Elevated TV's coverage. Be back in just a second. back here, Five Flags Speedway, Pensacola. Thanks for joining us wherever you are for the second annual Snowball Derby presented by Zach's Lawn Care. I'm Wesley Outland, the Sarge Christian Wars alongside production by Cody Deemers. And now we get ready to rock, roll, and rumble here at the Derby. Pace car will be coming down to the pit lane. And I'll be honest with you, this is normally the stretch of the Derby that I've always said. It's not the boring portion, but this is the strategy, if you will, to get yourself to that final second 100-lapper with 200 completed for the home stretch. You got to have a good stage two as we go back to green here.
Yeah, Wesley, that's right. These guys are definitely thinking. You know, and I stress this a lot. Racing's a mental game too, and it can take a toll on a driver because physically, you know what they go through in that car. They're battling the heat, fighting that steering wheel, fighting all kinds of different conditions with the car, but they're also having to work their brain as well, and that can get mentally tiring, and that's sometimes a lot of bad things happen when you get mentally fatigued.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
you know, you got to keep that in mind too.
And I don't think a lot of people realize, hello to Jonathan Sessoms, buddy, in the chat box. I don't think a lot of people realize also, Sarge, that, you know, even in the sim world, your body is going through strenuous activity to try to, you know, muster what momentum you can, whether it's a tight short track half mile like Five Flags Speedway or running a super speedway like Daytona, Talladega, a technical place, a road course. Even though it's not a real car, it's the closest on the sim to the real deal in simulation. And you literally feel the effects of it normally. I've talked to a lot of guys that have run short track races, big races, and they'll say, Wesley, I'm damn slow. I'm more slam out.
Well, most people will tell you that iRacing is more difficult than real life racing. You know, it's just how the cars work, how the track feels. It's not exactly the same. It's remotely close. But I've been told by a lot of guys that the iRacing is harder than real life racing.
Sure.
But I can. Well, you know, and I can tell you, I just upgraded to a Moza R5 sim rig here, which I highly recommend, and it goes up to 5.5 Newton meters. Now, why anybody would need or want one that goes higher than 5.5 Newton meters is beyond me, because this thing right here at 5.5 Newton meters, it'll wear me out. I'm a pretty big boy. And,
you say nothing maker like the movie Joe Dirt. Is that what you just said, Sarge?
Newton meters.
Yeah, you lost me. I don't know what the hell that means.
Well, a Newton meter is how iRacing gauges the stiffness of the steering wheel. It's gauged in what they call Newton meters.
Now I'm lost.
And yeah, well, trust me, you put one up to about 30 Newton meters, and you can't hardly turn it. And if you hit the wall, if you don't let it go, you're breaking something.
Sure.
Yeah, you're going to break a finger minimum. Hell, you might break your dang whole arm. You might take your shoulder out of damn socket. I don't know. Crazy things happen in the sim world.
No, you're exactly right, Sarge. I mean, I've had people tell me where, you know, we're seeing Mike Hopkins, by the way, run away with this thing. Michael Atwell, Gomez, Honeycutt, Giovanni Ruggiero up down on the top 5. Keep an eye on him. He's creeping closer and closer and nasty as well. But yeah, you're right. I've had guys tell me that they've had wrecks and they got their hand jarred in the steering wheel, or they broke up a finger. You could knock your arm, shoulder out of socket, in the wall on the effects of it too.
Wesley, when I was running that G923 made by Logitech, nothing wrong with it, but it's a good starting point for somebody just getting into that's new to iRacing, just getting started in it. I would recommend that is where you would start. But the Moza, this R5, I can feel the track through the steering wheel.
Airing.
I mean, I can feel what the sim car is actually doing on the track. I mean, I can feel every bit of it. And has it helped me? I'd like to think so. But when I'm running against Justin Brooks every freaking week, ain't a whole lot gonna help me there.
Sure.
And if
We have had we've had one caution so far, and that was the end of the stage. We're already at lap number 125. And Cody, this was 38 minutes now into this race. This was the time of the snowflake distance, but you still got 175 circuits left to get around this track. Oh, and by the way, the top 10, well, the top 7, and then 11th, 12th, 14th, and 16th have not pitted yet either.
Yeah, they
definitely got to be patient here. I mean, there's still a long ways to go, and you still got guys that have to get it. You got the guys in the back on the newer tires and the front guys, so you definitely got to still play with it.
and this is all about that strategy. These guys are working strategy.
Yeah.
And the biggest part of the strategy is track position. So we'll just have to see how it plans out. I mean, one caution can throw the whole thing off. And then you're like, crap, didn't want that, which you'd never want a caution, but there's at times when you really don't want a caution. And right now, some of these guys just praying that this thing stays green. And, we're coming up on halfway here soon, so.
And I don't want to say this in a bad way, Sarge, but I want to see a caution. I want to stack the guys up side by side and 3 wide again. Right now, they're kind of getting spread out here, if you will. I know they're door to door for a moment, but we're just seeing sheer domination on the front top 5. They're nowhere in sight. Hopkins has got between Hopkins and Atwell, they got about a 4-second lead over Gomez and on back. There's a track map. Look at that.
I can explain that. That is the fan in you coming out, because I can assure you as a driver, I don't want to see a damn caution if I'm out there and I'm that 15 car or I'm the 3, 16 to 21. I don't want to see no caution right now.
So you're saying, Wesley, shut up and let's not get the Banana Republic flag out there.
Just let these boys roll. I mean, it's runaway train. I know it. The fans are seeing it right now, but hey,
they're gonna drop. Sarge, I'm sorry. It was
school's in session. Learn from it. I promise you.
Yeah.
These boys are putting on a clinic right now, and Klein.
Understanding the highest climber of the race right now, Caden Honeycutt, last year's real winner of the Derby, the man from Texas, up 9 positions. He started 12th, he's up to 3rd. So there you go, only 9 positions as the high climbers of the race. Cole Raz, by the way, free falling like lyrics to the Tom Petty song, even in the virtual world. He has lost 9 positions, Cole Raz has, in 76.
Yeah, they evidently there's something very not right there. I mean, I haven't seen him make contact with anybody. I haven't seen him make contact with a wall, but there's definitely something going on in that car right now that he doesn't like. He might have made some change to the brake bias or something, went the wrong way. Who knows? He does. He's got to figure out how to get back to where he was at the start of the race.
Second annual Snowball Derby right now heading towards actually the halfway mark in not even an hour. Cole Butcher in trouble. The Dartmouth, Nova Scotia Canadian driver for Donnie Wilson is on pit road. This is not something that you see normally happen to the red number 28 this year.
No, and that's unfortunate too. He was running pretty good. I'm not sure where he was at. But where he was running, that is not good news for the 28 car. I hate to hear that, McCole.
10 laps to halfway here at the Snowball Derby in the midway point of stage number 2. It's Mike Hopkins, Michael Atwell, Caden Honeycutt, Jacob Gomez, and Stephen Nasty, the top 5. If you're listening on this community radio network, we will pause for station identification from Pensacola.
You're not going to want to miss tonight's county fair. I'm going to be...
We are your window to your community.
Did you see the last 5 minutes of that football game last night?
Oh man, I saw the whole thing. A lifeline to keep you safe when danger is near.
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can. This is one of the biggest ones.
We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress you depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
That's the 9 Eastern hour, 8 Central, 7 Mountain, 6 Pacific. Our coverage of the second annual Snowball Derby, presented by Zach's Lawn Care on CRN and Elevated TV, along with the Sarge, Chris Norris, Cody Deemers on production. I am Wesley Outland. The second annual event heading towards halfway, and Spencer Davis has got to check up with Eric Jones and 3 Sarge.
Yeah, they got together a little bit, but luckily they were able to keep that thing moving forward. And no big deal at this point. So, Eric Jones there, he held on to her and kept it going in the right direction. Good job on him. Nice
Saving, as you said, yes sir, saving and doing what they need to do, and we're watching it. As right now we see Hopkins getting around Derek Thorne. This time he's not relentless or merciful. Let him get his lap back. He won't. He bypasses him like a lost cause down the back straightaway. Michael Atwell, the Naples, Florida driver, back around Hopkins. The Hernan, Maine driver, 1 and 2. Texas driver, Honeycutt up to 3rd. And they're moving through lap traffic one at a time, dissecting the field.
Well, we are halfway. Halfway. So we'll start seeing some business pick up here a little bit. But I do want to tell you one thing, though, Wesley. During our commercial break, I heard somebody during that commercial break say, "Take cover." And I almost dove out my chair and under the desk, because last time I heard that, I was in the middle of Afghanistan. So, yeah, that one almost got me.
Well, man, thank you for your service, for what you do, Sarge. But that is our promo for the National Association of Broadcasters, as the Community Radio Network is proud to be a member of the National Association of Broadcasters. It's something that I've worked towards wanting to do since the inception, since 2018, and had to fight and claw and meet the proper credentials and requirements. But it's awesome now that we are a part of them, and we have to play them before station identification every hour.
Yeah, well,
there you go. There's your answer.
Congratulations on that. I about ducked up under the desk here. I was about to duck and roll there.
No, don't do that. Halfway in the Derby, Michael Atwell, Mike Hopkins. It's been the Mike and Mike show, if you will, and I'm not talking about the old ESPN Sports Radio guys. It has been these guys of Atwell and Hopkins, Mike and Mike, their first name, and they have dominated so far the first half of the Derby second edition at Pensacola. Sarge, what's got to change? Is there a strategy that we're not seeing as we move towards the second half of the race, and under 50 to go in stage 2 also?
Well, I mean, it looks like these boys are going hard at it. Looks like, which now they are racing hard. But I can guarantee you, not just yet are they doing anything that's going to put tires at risk or possibly spin out, get into a predicament that they can't recover from. So they're racing hard, but they're doing it cleanly, which is what I like to see. That's awesome. And it makes it fun to see that door-to-door, back and forth. But they're definitely doing whatever they can to keep one another in check, because they don't want another 100 laps of the 15 car being out there 4 and 5 seconds.
Give me your top 10 right now as we're in the second half of the second annual Snowball Derby, presented by Zach's Lawn Care on iRacing. Michael Atwell leads the way. He's from Naples, Florida. Herman, we got a caution! Trouble on the track! Yellow is out! Second caution of the night. There's an accident on the speedway somewhere. They're saying that
Debris.
one of the cars that come off of pit road put debris on the racetrack from hitting the wall. Debris in turn 4. Caution is out.
Debris in turn 4. Is this a NASCAR sanctioned race?
And look who's coming down pit road. Here comes all the front runners.
Yeah, now these are all your guys that did not pit the last time, correct?
Yeah, they're glad there's debris in turn 4 there, Sarge.
yeah, I promise you, they were ready to pit. I mean, you got 160 laps on these tires. So, but now here's the thing.
Yeah.
They're gonna come in, they're gonna take new tires, and they're gonna take a full tank of fuel, and that's gonna change the weight distribution in the car. So, let's see how that plays out too.
But we're watching them come down pit road. It's 4 tires and fuel. As Atwell just got contact from one of the cars exiting pit road. Michael Atwell got hit by a car on the pit lane exit. Wow, this might be interesting to see how damaged Atwell's car might be. I think it was Mike Hopkins that got into him. No, it was a red and white car. It's a red and white car, I can tell you that much. It was a blur when it happened, but it was a red and white car. There he is up ahead. There it is, the 14 machine. And the victim is Roscoe, Illinois. Austin Nason in the 14 car, as Derek Krause is off the pace on the bottom of the racetrack off 4 also, Sarge.
Yeah, that's the thing about these pit stops, man. Getting in and out of the pits cleanly can be a task sometimes, especially in a race like this where track position is of importance.
Let's take a look, by the way, very quickly of the track conditions and the weather conditions as well. How important is this as we're watching all this going on, transpiring around the racetrack, and we're seeing 66 degrees track temp. I mean,
yeah, and 1 degree shift in the temperature.
Yes, sir.
Can make so much of a drastic change on track, the track conditions themselves. So we're just going to have to hope that the temperature will hold steady, because we've had a really good track this evening, and I wouldn't want to see anything happen to slicking this bad boy up, because there's some really good racing going on right now.
And by the way, the sim temp, virtual sim temp is 66, 67 degrees. The track temp is 77, as Austin Nason now trying to find a way to get back in line. We were going to give you the top 10, and then the caution came out for debris. We'll do that right now. It is, of course, Caden Honeycutt in the lead. Michael Atwell second. Mike Hopkins trying to duck in line for third. He'll go back to his spot. Derek Griffith fourth. Michael Hine the top 5. Trayton Lapsovich, Stephen Nassy, Buddy Shepard, Noah Gregson, Giovanni Ruggiero on the outside looking in. There's your top 10. As again, halfway, already over halfway the distance. We're working on about 50 minutes in sim time, and we are closing in on the final, if you will, 40 laps or under 40 to go of this second 100 lap stint to set you up for that final century grind, Sarge. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Sarge. It wasn't me. That wasn't me. It was Sarge.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Don't get me in trouble with the big boys of the Shield of logo in NASCAR world. Don't do that to me.
It's
USA
right.
Tire restart zone. Green flag flies. Back to it. Here in the Derby. As the Cook 21 on the whole shot down to the inside. That's Honeycutt. He's got Hopkins. Texas and Maine now going at it in turn number 3, heading towards lap 170 and 130 to go at 5 Flags Speedway. Back to 1.
Yeah, and Honeycutt right there, he's really doing a good job. He's running his line down on that bottom where he wants to be. And you got the 15 of Hopkins, he's kind of up there in that high groove where he's been all night. And he's where he wants to be, so we're just going to have to see how these boys duel it out.
Yeah, we'll see what goes on as right now they do find it out here for another lap. All of this going on as they transition now into turn number 3 and 4 here at the Derby.
And there goes Hopkins.
Patience indeed.
Definitely.
Right. Yes, sir. I mean, I honestly think that's the smart thing, right? There's still a long way to go in this race. It's not over by a long shot.
No, it's not. I mean, we're getting closer, but we're not close yet. So I think with about 50 laps to go, you're going to see these boys start racing each other and racing less of the track. Because right now it's all about position, and they're just trying to get themselves into a good position, work their way through the field, and get close enough to where they're not too far out, but they're close enough to make that last ditch effort. But it has been an exciting race. I mean, contrary to the lack of cautions, and got a few cars running off with it, we still got a lot of racing all around this track in this field. I mean, it's just up and down the lineup. I mean, you know, we see here these guys are 2 by 2.
Standing 11 cars on the lead lap right now. Only 11 cars of the 30 that started the race on the lead lap as we move towards the final 100-quarter lap distance of the Derby of 2025 for the second edition presented by Zach's Lawn Care.
That's incredible.
Oh, 3 wide, here we go! Nathan trying to keep from bouncing off of Bush and Gilliland, a couple of NASCAR superstars. Caden Honeycutt in trouble. The 21 Derby winner last year's on pit road.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Wow.
But definitely unscheduled, that's for sure.
Certainly unscheduled. No doubt about it. As now Honeycutt, several laps down. He's out of the Derby. He will not get a chance to at a virtual win. The real winner of the race in 2024. And right now, Hopkins looking high, looking low. Here's the man from Maine who qualified at the Derby a couple of weeks ago, hit the wall in qualifying, and his night ended for the driver out of Herman, Maine. Herman, Maine. And right now, he is representing the Northeast and the Oxford Plain, the Speedway 595 crowd proudly as he is leading the way over Derek Griffith. But here comes the Hudson, New Hampshire driver in the 12. That's the driver that competes in ARCA and NASCAR, the 28-year-old DG12 up to second. But here's the deal. He's still 2 seconds back to the leader as Atwell falling back. He's got Lapsevich in the 18. That's a lap car, by the way. They're dealing with that machine, Sarge, as they work the back straightaway here.
Yeah, I'm glad they got clear of him right there. And we'll just have to wait and see what's going on with some of these other guys once we get kind of shuffled back out here. Once we get clear some lap traffic, these guys back out. 76 right there, he's still hanging in there tough, so some of these guys that we saw running strong up front earlier, they're starting to fade a little bit, Wesley.
They really are. Yeah, they certainly are. Time is beginning to fade for these guys as they work their way again off of turn number 4. No change with Herman, Maine, Mike Hopkins still in the lead. New Hampshire, Derek Griffith in second. Floridian from Naples, Michael Atwell third. Canadian Trayton Lapsevich in the top 5 and 4th, along with Jacob Gomez. And as we move in to the final 100 laps of this second annual Derby, presented by Zach's Lawn Care, you gotta wonder, when does the strategy begin? When does the noose tighten, if you will, Sarge Chris Norris, that you might be a little more aggressive than you were patient in this early going? Now you're moving into the home stretch of this race, and you know you're going to see a caution at lap 200 to end stage 2, and then I think all bets are off here for the finish.
Yeah, I think that news is already starting to tighten up. I think it's already starting to cinch a little bit on some of these guys. Some of these guys, they're already playing hangman out there. But man, I just can't say enough about these guys. I mean, what a such a competitive race. I mean, all jokes aside, this has really been a good race.
Well, we've not had a lot of crashes, right? It's been really good racing, as you mentioned. So
yeah, I mean, you don't see a lot of cars out here tore up. Still got the front end; they're all intact. Some races I've been in look more like a demolition derby than it did an actual race.
Sure. And right now, as we move into the final under 10 remaining of stage number 2 at the second annual Snowball Derby, it has still been the man from Maine, Mike Hopkins. Derek Griffith now in second, but he's still over 3 seconds back. The interval is 2.7 seconds and climbing between Hopkins and Griffith. You see it now on the track map. The driver in the one with the green circle, that's the highlighted driver that's leading. He's literally on the tail end of the pack again of the back marker cars, and there's the interval from first and second and third there, Sarge.
Yeah, and I can tell you what that 15 car is about to do. He's about to put as many of these lap cars in between him and second place as he can. But that second place car, Griffin, he's got to get up on that steering wheel and go. I mean, it's already time to dig for him.
My question is this, Chris. As we move into the finish of this race, will we see now everybody come down to the pit lane as we move into under 5 to go here in stage number 2 at the Derby?
Well, I'm going to tell you what. I would, simply because there's not been that many cautions. And that might be the last opportunity you have to take tires. So, yeah, I wouldn't chance it if it was me. I'd come in, get a fresh set. So, yeah, I would definitely pit at the stage break. Because we've only had, 3 cautions, and one of those was a stage break, right?
Yes, sir.
So, this will be caution number 4, which will be another stage break. I mean, those 2 cautions don't really count as cautions, per se, because they're scheduled.
A yellow for debris, if you will, earlier.
Proverbial debris.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I don't know.
I mean, our race director did, and he called for an all stoppage. But nonetheless, it is Herman Maine driver Mike Hopkins moving through more lap traffic off of turn number 4. He'll come to the line. 2 remaining. 2 laps remaining. Got anything for these guys? You better unveil it and do it now as the time is running out. There's the caution. Mike Hopkins will be the winner of stage number 2 here at the second annual Snowball Derby.
John Riddle, how you doing tonight, sir?
John Riddle joining us now. John, how you doing, man? You're late. We're down to the final 100 laps, so I guess you're ready for you're ready for the main event, right?
Yes, I am. I'm doing pretty good. How about y'all?
Yeah,
doing great.
We just trying to hold on to everything we got right here. See how this race is going to shake out at this point. It's been a doozy. Now let's see. No, I was talking about
a nut nutter or something. Yeah.
I was talking about the Newton meters on these sim rigs. Newton meters. Yeah.
He said a nutmeg. That's all I knew. A nutmegger. Yeah.
It wasn't up until the.
That's why Dad named you Joe Dirt instead of Nonamaker.
It wasn't a NASCAR sanctioned race until they threw that caution. That made it NASCAR sanctioned. Yeah, the proverbial debris on
Cody's
the
damn
track.
fault. It's blame Cody, okay? He did it.
There's all kinds of debris on the track. Look at the pebbles everywhere.
Telling you. Hey, Tucker. Chris, is his name Tucker? Is that his name? Trucker. Trucker, you put yourself in a hornet's nest here now, man. We move into this final 100 laps. I got a feeling you showing up is going to make it be good.
I'll tell you what, right here. Let's go ahead and answer this. Trucker, is it pronounced pecan or pecan?
Oh, it's pecan.
Pecan.
Thank you. You find me a O in pecan, and I'll pronounce it pecan.
Boy, all I gotta say is, my God, I failed damn broadcast school. Okay, I'll tell you that. It's pecan, and I'm from the South. It's
There's
pecan
no
pie,
O.
not pecan pie. It's pecan pie.
There's
and
no
that's how
O.
you pronounce it.
How do you spell pecan? Spell it.
PP.
Spell it.
Pecan. Pecan pie. The A is silent. Hey, one thing we don't know is silent is the return of the Derby.
Here we go.
Let's do it. Change the subject. Somebody save me.
Somebody get that man a slice of pecan pie. Trucker, you're all right in my book, buddy.
I feel the love, Trucker. Trucker, you started this. Your services are no longer required. Oh, no, I'm just messing. It's great to have you. As we are back underway, under 100 laps remaining, as Herman Main driver Hopkins, Mike Hopkins leading Michael Atwell. Those were the drivers of stage 1, stage 2. Now Trucker, they're right in contention. The men that won the stage are right there at that final third stage to decide this thing with under 100 to go at the Derby.
It'll come down to who's been saving the tires and who's got enough fuel. I haven't been able to watch a lot of it. I don't know what the strategies have been, but 300 laps, it's going to get dicey at the end.
Yeah, these guys have been doing a good job of being, kind of conserving, taking care of their cars, being patient, but patience in 90 laps is going to wear thin.
Oh, yeah.
Patience out the window, I think, Trucker.
I think patience is probably about to go out the window with about 50 laps to go. Everybody's going to start pushing a lot harder.
Well, Hopkins is out
they damn
almost
sure ain't
a 1
discussing
second
dinner
lead.
plans. Yeah.
Yeah. Pecan.
Yeah, pecan. Tomatoes. Potato. This damn argument could go all night long, fella. Okay, I'm just saying.
It's where I'm from. It's actually Mater.
Yeah, like Terminator without the
You saw the.
My goodness, guys. This is a race broadcast, not Sesame Street. Here we go.
Be glad, because you'd probably be Big Bird. Just saying.
Oh, wow.
You walked into that one, Wesley.
These people, I'm telling you. What in the world?
I'll
This
tell you
damn
right
guy
now.
that called me friggin' Big Bird. I'll tell you what, Kermit. Trucker's Oscar. He showed up and all hell broke loose, man. They fell off the rails here.
Yeah, I was thinking more along the lines of Miss Piggy for Cody.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Just saying.
Let's go back to the action, guys. I'm trying to. Holy hell! This is falling off the rails.
Kermit got divorced.
Oh. Mike Hopkins, too much green eggs and ham. Is it?
Yo, Samity Sam.
It wasn't enough pink stuff. That's all I got to say on the subject. Mike Hopkins.
It's all them brown pecans.
Oh my God! Don't even go there. Carolina Kool-Aid, Colorado Kool-Aid scores light. Don't even let me talk about Carolina Kool-Aid. Shut up, Cody. You nasty ass. As we go back, it's 80 to go. My goodness, we need a caution just to get our announcing team back in order. Trucker, do you realize what you've done?
You know, Wesley, while we've been sitting here again, Hopkins has checked out to almost a 1.8 second lead.
Yeah.
So he's got to love it.
He's running away.
He's got to love it. When we start all this jocularity, he's got to love it. Because that's when he seems to do his best driving. He's just checking out from the field. Atwell's got a little gap between Griffin. So
I've been trying to say that for the last 5 laps, but man, we're having a uncensored version of Sesame Street. It's right now.
I'm censoring myself pretty well, thank you very much.
You are, man. Thank you. Hopkins, Atwell, Griffith, Gomez, and Shepard. My God, 75 to go. Please save me. Oh, my goodness. Right now, Mike Hopkins can still run away with this thing. There's Atwell back to second. Here's Raz, by the way. We'll see where Cole Raz is. We got a caution. Fourth one of the Derby, and I think we do got an accident on the track.
This is an actual caution.
Somebody has got tore up from the floor up. And I didn't say floor, I said floor.
It's the floor.
Watch this. Is it up ahead? There's a car up ahead, I think, that's in the wall in 3 and 4. Come on, Cody, find the caution, man. Don't make us out to be a liar here. It had damn imaginary debris, and
I know,
quickly we get called out for NASCAR.
What we got right here?
Albert Francis, I think, in trouble. Locks the car up. He's got Connor Jones behind him and Derek Krause. And wow. Where is the caution? My goodness. It's Michael Hine. I hope we are seeing it. I don't see it. I got my damn bifocals on. I'm 4 out here looking at the screen. I don't see a car spun. Did he lose it? Did he lose his rear deck lid or something? Did a spoiler fall off the car? Whoa, oh, come on. Are you serious? Raz and Krause getting together caused a caution to come out?
There's
My
no
goodness.
way. No.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. Hey, listen, we need you to slow down the field anyway. We got what, 4 cautions now at the half mile at the Derby. There is now 73 to go when they come to the line here. What's up, Sarge?
I'm guessing that a windshield tear-off came off of a car.
I got truckers and I got Sarges and I got Cody that's Miss Piggy, as he said on the rooster, Piggy rooster.
All the farm animals.
Mr. Piggy here. Yeah, all farm animals. And I'm.
But that would make you old McDonald.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Jesus. E-I-E-I-O. That's all I got to say.
That's it.
We're taking a break, everybody. We're back with the Derby with under 60 to go. 70 to go. My apologies. Trying to make this thing seem quicker than it should be. We're back with more from Pensacola. Stay with us.
Shady Bowl Speedway is the premier asphalt track in Ohio. This year's schedule makes that absolutely indisputable. Which drivers will prevail in 2017? Ladies and gentlemen, we give you Shady Bowl Speedway.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iracing.com.
Absolutely.
Back here at the Derby, here at the second annual iRacing Snowball Derby, presented by Zach's Lawn Care. All right, we've had a discussion off air, and Trucker has been sent to the principal's office, and he's been reprimanded, and they said, let's call the damn finish. 67 to go. No, I'm just messing. We got Sarge, we got Norris, we got Cody, you got Wesley. It's like a morning show on the sim world, only better, as we closed in on the finish of the Derby. 66 to go. It's go time now, Sarge. If you're on the outside looking in, if you've been playing awesome, it's time to show and lay your cards on the table.
Yeah, it's time to act like a jackrabbit right about now. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're on the lead lap, you got to get after it.
What do they say, Trucker? This stuff is not chess, not checkers, and it's time to declare checkmate on the field.
Yes, it is. And I feel some guys in the back have been kind of sitting back, just letting everything unfold. I think I'm hoping somebody comes out of the woodwork from maybe 8 and back and starts working their way forward.
Well, I can tell you right now, if it'll go, they better get on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
These laps are winding down quick. I mean, these last few laps are going to be for the faint of heart. I guarantee
and I'll tell you what.
I'm going to go ahead and call it, Wesley. We're going to have at least one more caution.
Yeah, and I think we might see ourselves in overtime status as well if it gets to that point. But I'll be honest with you, Sarge, you've been here since the drop of the green. Adwell's car, he's hanging with the top two, but he can't get around the leaders. It's that old cliche. It's one thing to pass somebody. It's another thing to get around them or to run them down to get around them. It's another deal. And right now, Adwell's car just seems like it's really tight on the corners or tight on the straightaways, loose off the center, tight in, loose off. As I'm watching the 3 car losing ground on the 15 of Hopkins. He catches him on the straightaway. He loses him in the corner.
Yeah, I almost have to think that car does not react well with dirty air. I think if he could get that car out in some clean air, I think he'd have something, I think he would be a good contender to just take off with this thing like Hopkins has done.
Mike Hopkins, Michael Adwell, Derek Griffin, Jacob Gomez, Trey Lapsevich, your top 5. You were saying?
I was saying that we've seen Hopkins take off several times to catch the rear end of the field, and he gets in that dirty air from those cars, and his car slows down. So I got a feeling that as we see the 3-car kind of close up right here, if he could ever get around him, might give him a good run for his money.
We'll see what happens. Is right now we watch the 15, Mike Hopkins from Herman, Maine, trying to settle his sights to win the deal. And right now the Naples, Florida driver, Michael Atwell, trucking, if you will, pardon the pun, trucking, as he dives in, trying to make a run on the 15 for the lead here as we close in on 55 to go, Trucker.
That's right. Atwell has actually kept it tight for the past few laps, whereas Griffith kind of dissipated and took him with him. I feel like Atwell, even though he might be in dirty air right now, if he can get any clean air at all, as we've seen, he's actually caught the back end of Hopkins.
Well, early on, Atwell was our race leader for quite a good few laps, and was doing really well until he caught the back of the pack, and he got into that dirty air, and that allowed some others to get around him, and he's just been trying to recover ever since.
But makes you wonder if he's hoping that Hopkins will catch the back of the field and get in that dirty air and give him a chance to get back up.
I'm sure he definitely is, because we're coming up with, 52, 51 to go? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, these guys back here, pardon the French, but some of them don't stand a snowball chance.
They don't stand a snow chance in hell, do they? 50 to go.
No. Sorry, guys. I just call it like I see it.
Sarge, I actually have to say I agree with you on that dialogue of audio, because I remember my daddy telling me there's not a snowball chance in hell that you'll do this or do that, or you're going to get cake or late night snacks, and there's not a snowball chance in hell. I think anybody can catch Hopkins right now.
If you're outside, I think right now, if you're outside of the top 5, you stand a better chance of running through hell with 10 gallons of gasoline and making it across as you do winning this race. I'm just saying.
Trucking, I don't know what you did. I don't know if you guys know each other that I don't know about, but you showed up and Sarge went on another level.
He knows how to pronounce pecan, Wesley.
Oh my God, shut up. It's pecan.
Pecan, fool.
No, it's pecan. I'll say pecan. I will say pecan.
That's because you're outnumbered.
Oh, shut up. I'm not listening to you anymore. Somebody mute his mic. Somebody mute him. No, Sarge, I'm just kidding, man. Obviously, Hopkins and Atwell and Griffith were watching these guys. And look at down the 33. Here's the race recap. Stage 1 winner. Oh, there's a caution.
Oh, we got a caution, and it looks like there's
and it is a wreck. It's a parking lot on the front straightaway. And it started with Jeremy Dawson, 44.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
Yeah, we got cars around. Got an overhead shot of this thing.
The man that started the race in the 13th position, one of the California drivers, dreaming Californication and Flow Rider country, and we're 3 wide. There's contact.
Oh.
Look at this. 30 over.
Pimp down, pimp in distress.
That's Noah Gregson, a 2-time winner of the Derby, getting airborne, crashing over the 44 of Jeremy Dawson and others, and it smacked everybody like dominoes up against the outside wall, Sarge, and caution out again for the 6th time we go on board here. I think we got an onboard camera with Noah Gregson coming up.
Definitely not the view you want to see. That's scary right there.
This changes everything. This is Cole Butcher. He's already struggled tonight. Look at this.
We don't see much.
Yeah, I think the 30 would be the better view, Mr. Producer Extraordinaire, Cody Deemers, you Piggy, Miss Piggy, Mr. Piggy, whatever you call yourself.
If you can't count, it's the black car.
Noah Gregson, the 30
there
car.
It is.
Watch this, listen.
Right here. There it is. Bam.
Oh,
and now, if you weren't dizzy before, You are now.
You are now.
Crown sky, I believe I can fly. That is exactly what happened to Gregson there. And I'm
Not
proud
that
of
one.
you.
That was legit.
We do got debris on the track now, fella.
Yeah, there might even be a tear-off out there somewhere. That was a wild ride for
So
sure.
here's my question now. Back to seriousness here. We closed in on 43 laps to go, or 42 to go. Do you come down pit road? A lot of the front runners, Sarge, ain't pitted since lap 160, lap 159. Do they come down pit road, or is track position more important than getting tires right now?
Well, I mean, we've seen these guys go on some very long runs tonight. Some of them upwards to 150, I think, right? Close to it?
Yes.
I wouldn't pit. Not at this stage. No way.
USA Tire, green flag, back out here in the Derby. 41 laps to go in Pensacola. And Trucker, this is go time right now. You get another chance to reset the green and go after it. If you're holding back, you better go now. This is 40 remaining. It can be done in less than 5 minutes from now.
Oh, yes. 40 left to go. You don't know if there's going to be another caution. You dig in and drive like hell, really.
Yeah, over
Just
there
like
in full
right
wide.
now.
And over in full wide and lead foot racing, the main leagues I run, with 20 laps to go, we got this thing called time to dig.
Time to dig.
Time to dig
It's
now.
your sponsor, ain't it? Ain't it the Chris Norris time to dig, 20 to go? No, Golden Racing. The Golden Racing time to dig. Yes, sir.
My buddy Chris Golden, yep. But
Chris
right now,
Golden, the ARCA racer as well.
I am getting out the backhoe, track hoe, whatever I can dig with, I'm getting it out.
Yeah.
And a pecan pie as well, right? You get your pecan pie out of the freezer for dessert.
Yeah,
Notice
well, I've set that in
not pecan.
I've set that in the passenger seat right now. I put that down, and I'm going pecan or pecan.
Down the stretch we go. And I'm telling you, look at this action going on all over.
Yeah, you think these guys are racing for first place. Look at that, three wide. Oh, there we go.
Oh, Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch, Keenan Honeycutt, contact. Some more cars scattering to the inside. Caution out. 6th time in the Derby as we close in on 35 to go. Kyle Busch, a 2-time winner. Cup Series competitor from Las Vegas, Nevada, the Flow Racing, Lucas Oil Machine, bounced off the real winner of the Derby, Keenan Honeycutt, who has struggled all night. It's been 3 wide, and that's how he got started there. He bounced off the 91, actually. And that's the driver of Dylan Bates. And from there, Sarge, Kyle Busch then bonsai'd or glancing blow off a Honeycutt. That's what caused the damage. And the tire to come off the 51 as well.
Yeah, he definitely created that, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know why he would drift up knowing that car was there.
Gavin Boschel, Ty Majeski, other cars that got caught up in this again, including Cole Raz and Jeremy Doss. You're on board with Dylan Bates.
Yeah, I sure hope Rowdy don't do that at Daytona, because if he does, he's gonna lose another damn tire.
On board with Kyle Busch. From another angle with Dylan Bates, and then Kyle Busch on board in 51. Watch this again. Maybe this front window will show it. Look at that. Nowhere to go. Busch and Bates, and then Honeycutt on board with Kyle Busch, and then Honeycutt. Those should be some interesting camera angles.
Yeah, just drifted up a little bit too much right there, coming out of the turn, and just a half Newton meter too much.
And Honeycutt, man, oh man, 31 to go, and still Trucker, nobody is committing to coming to pit road now.
I think now it's too late to really even think about it unless the whole field goes down the pit road. Because right now,
yeah. Thank you, Cody. So only 3 cars did come down to the pit lane and take service. That's it.
Well, I mean, we hadn't said this tonight, but I'm gonna tell you what, our leader, Mike Hopkins, has set the best lap of the night with a 15.983. That is a smoking lap. That is a smoking lap.
USA Tire restart with 30 laps to go here at the Derby. We get closer to the home stretch. The cautions off the trucker are causing slowdowns with 30 remaining, and I got a feeling we'll see another one.
It's hugely possible. Go ahead, trucker. I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh, you're fine. Absolutely, we'll probably see at least 1 more. Maybe even 2, because the closer it gets to the end and the tighter everybody is, it just makes a better chance at a caution, no matter what you do.
Well, I mean, there's still some very fast cars that are laps down, and the back, outside the top 10 towards the back of this field. So, patience is out the window at this point. These boys is ready to cut and gut. Let's go.
To put it on the line as we move down to the end of this one, now closing in on 25 laps to go. There's Hopkins in the lead, Atwell, Griffith now, Lapsovich, Gio Ruggiero, the top 5, Hine, Gomez, Nasty, Shepard, and the top 10 find Davis. And any of these guys, honestly, are in it to win it as we move in at lap 275.
And Nasty, we've seen him have his struggles tonight, but he's still hanging in there tough.
Thorne up against the wall. That's Eric Jones in the 4 car. Bush on the inside. Gavin Moschel trying to power through up the middle, and Kerry also. Jeremy Doss with him. Such talent. California, Carolina, Michigan, Nevada, all across the spectrum of things going at it here as we close in on 22 to go at the Derby. This time by them on the back straightaway, trucker.
And watching Kyle Busch continue to battle after that accident actually kind of shows how good of a driver he really is to continue battling.
Yeah, is he still on the lead lap?
I believe so.
No.
Kyle Busch is 1 lap down. He's at 12. He is on the tail of the lead lap. If a caution was to come out, he would be on the free pass to go to get back a lap.
Yeah, that might not be good for some of these guys.
20 to go. We'll pause for station identification if you're listening on the radio. The finish from Pensacola is next.
Local radio brings people together like never before.
It's a beautiful hometown weekend out there. We've got
your local stations keep you informed and involved with music, talk shows, and real-time news updates you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters, connecting you to what matters most. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress to support your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Connor, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Ready to take you to the finish of the 2nd annual iRacing SNOWBALL Derby presented by Zach Flood Care, Trucker, Sarge Chris Norris, Cody Demers. I'm Wesley Outland, and 15 to go, Sarge. The time is running out if you're going to try to run down Maine's Mike Hopkins for victory.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, in the words of my buddy John Cena, time is now.
Time is up, my time is now. And let's see what Thorne will do, battling with Bush and Doss. And there's Hopkins. Hopkins right now with a nice, clean dose of clean air in front of him. No cars inside Trucker. That's a good thing now for the 15 from Maine for Mike Hopkins now as he's in his own world and he's pulling away from Florida's Atwell also.
As long as he stays in the clean air, doesn't catch the back of the pack, I think he's honestly got the best chance. No, I mean, 13 to go. If he catches the back of the pack and Atwell reels him in, which wouldn't take long. But
time
he might be
is running out.
Sitting back a little bit.
Yes, sir. I agree. Five Flag Speedway, Pensacola, fast paved half-mile pavement track, 15 degrees in the corners and 55 feet wide in the turns, 9 degrees on the straightaway, 48 foot on the straightaway to race up against the wall to the inside apron. And right now, Mike Hopkins is the Pied Piper, if you will, Sarge, ready to bring the field to lap 291. 10 to go in the Derby at Five Flag Speedway.
Yeah, he's not even really throttling that thing hard. You can hear him in the turns getting way out of the throttle, taking good care of his tires. Man, he's got a really strong car, is all I can tell you. 3-second lead, just chilling.
Yeah, Jonathan Sessoms says all they thinking about is win the damn show or be the show. There you go. That makes sense. I agree, Sessoms. That's right now.
That's my philosophy.
9, make it 8 laps to go. As it is the Herman Main driver Hopkins now with a 3.4 second interval over the Naples, Florida man of Michael Atwell. And it is Hudson, New Hampshire driver Griffith. And then Canadian Lapsevich and Floridian Michael Hine and Rogerio fighting for the top 5. And Trucker, that is phenomenal with 6 to go. Look at the different parts of the globe across the U.S. and even the country that these guys are right now in the top 5 for this finish.
Absolutely. It just goes to show that Snowball Derby is where everybody wants to be anymore.
And from all over the world, from the Northeast to the West Coast to the Southeast to the Deep South to the Midwest to the North Pacific, the West Pacific, all the way down into the southern states of Arizona and California, and 4 to go. 2 miles left to go, Sarge, here in the Derby. Hopkins trying to fight lap traffic, and he's got Atwell nowhere inside of the back straightaway.
Yeah, he's just trying to ease cleanly through this here, and like I said before, he's just trying to put a safety net between him and second place. Are you kidding me? Oh, man.
Caution is
please tell me
out!
there's a car. Please tell me there's a car around somewhere.
Yeah, there's
somebody. All right. Jeremy Goff has got damage on his car, guys. I thought one of you announcers got pissed off and threw your microphone on the racetrack. Look at the damage on Doss. Here's a replay coming up of what happened to the 44. We're under caution. Oh, and by the way, we now get ready for overtime. Sarge, you heard me call it. I said there's going to be an overtime finish. Here comes overtime attempt number 1, buddy.
You did. You know, and we knew that coming into these final 50 laps that there was a pretty good chance of this. As we see the 15 check up there pretty hard, had to let the 33 pass. But this is going to be slobber knocker of a finish right here. As my buddy JB with the WWE would say.
By God, put the women and children to bed. It's going to be a slobber knocker, a barn burner.
That's my best Jim Ross impression.
Yeah,
it's JR, Jim Ross.
JR, so, yeah. I said JB.
Yeah,
we're not. We're not that close. We're not that good of friends.
All right,
we go fishing together or anything.
Hey, Cody. Shootout time. How many attempts of overtime do they get? Lights off for the pace car. Is it 3 attempts? 1. This is it. One chance to go overtime. Free
this
race,
is it.
as we call it. Lap 301 here at the Snowball Derby. And wait a minute. The race is over. Mike Hopkins is going to win this race under caution. Are you freaking serious? What in the hell? That was the equivalent of an exciting drama climax to a popcorn fart.
Yeah, well, that's the difference between.
Oh my goodness, man! What in the world? They didn't even get it. Mike Hopkins is going to win the race. And listen, congratulations to Herman Made Mike Hopkins. He has dominated Sarge this 300 lapper in the last 90 minutes. I mean, him and Atwell were tit for tat. They've led a couple of stages, but hands down in this last 100 lap stretch, when Trucker showed up, might I add, Mike Hopkins took everybody to school. And when the caution came out for one of y'all throwing a microphone or a headset or something on the racetrack and hitting DOS, Hopkins was already in his own world. So congratulations to Mike Hopkins winning it. I'm disappointed, though. I thought we were going to get a finish. Cody, I'm mad at you, man. You took all the hype away, man. You literally... Man, that was the equivalent of like farting in church and holding your butt cheeks together.
Yeah, well,
like,
no,
seriously.
that was kind of the difference between being a porn star and having ED. I mean, we were up there, and then all of a sudden, we were gone.
Sorry, I want you to call it a night, buddy. It's past your bedtime, man. This is like,
I was all on the edge. I was on my edge of my seat. I was, Wesley was just yapping, building that thing up, going 900 miles a minute. Couldn't slow him down if you wanted to, and then nothing.
Yeah, your yes sir moment of the race. We should have had a damn overtime. That's your yes sir moment of the race. Now here's the I don't know. Part of me wants to say, yeah, Kyle Busch into the other 91. I don't know. That flip with Noah Gregson flying through the air was pretty entertaining.
That was pretty awesome too. Yeah, that one's got my vote. Yeah.
Trucker, do you agree with me, man? You show up for the last 100 laps and then you get screwed out of the finish, man. It's like having to take a shower if you know what happened, if you know what I mean.
Well,
right?
Wesley, real quick, guys, I would like to give a shout out to Albert Francis. I think he finished in 11th. And
30. The 30. Is this official yet?
He moved up 15 spots.
They might not pass post-race inspection. I don't know. Everybody out there in radio TV land, I'm pissed at Cody Deemers. I ain't gonna lie to you. We're gonna get one attempt at overtime. They come to the green, and the damn checkers is coming out. I don't even think they took the checker flag. I think they just come down pit road. Oh, my goodness. You and Miss Piggy, y'all got to work on some overtime rules or something, man. They got to go the distance. That's all I got to say. So, no. In all seriousness, though, I will say this: Mike Hopkins had a great car, Sarge. I know you were there with me from the beginning of this thing, and here's the unofficial results. I know they're going to the Room of Doom for post race.
Yeah.
And
Mike
Hopkins is going to win the event. Only 11 cars on the lead lap, by the way. We're going to do top 10. You do top 10 from 11 to 20. And then, Trucker, if you want to grab 21 to 30, please do the results. As Mike Hopkins will pick up the victory. Look at the interval. It ended under caution, but he had almost 3-4 second leads on many times. What did you say? I think he led 227 to 300 laps. So Hopkins, again, dominated this thing. Michael Atwell, the other Mike, will settle for second place. And then, of course, Derek Griffith from New Hampshire, third. Canadian Trayton Lapsevich and Giovanni Ruggiero, top 5. Michael Hine, Jacob Gomez, Stephen Nasty, who was the real winner of the Derby this year a couple of weeks ago at 5 Flags. The Pinellas Park, Florida driver will finish 8th. Buddy Shepard 9th. And Spencer Davis, Sarge, Chris Norris will finish in the top 10 as you have the 11th through 20th, buddy.
Yeah, that was 11th. It was what I'm going to call the biggest mover of the race, Albert Francis. He picked up 11 spots, followed by Kyle Busch in 12th. 13th is Derek Thorne. 14th is Casey Klein. 15th is Joe. All right, help me out right here.
Gavin Bochelle. Big word.
Mr. Gavin Bochelle. Yeah, it ain't
like
pecan.
pecan or pecan. Yeah,
no, it's not. 16th, Max Reeves. 17th is Connor Jones. 18th is Hayden Clyburn.
Hayden Clyburn. Big word. Hayden Clyburn.
Yeah. No, might be Playboy. I don't know. 19th is Derek Kraus. And 20th, Austin Nason.
Go ahead, Trucker. Take them to the finish, buddy.
21st, Caden Honeycutt. 22nd, Eric Jones. 23rd, Jake Finch. 24th, Cole Butcher. 25th, Jeremy Doss. 26th, Cole Raz. 27th, Noah Gregson. 28th, David Gilliland. 29th, Dylan Bates. 30th, Ty Majeski.
That's the 30-car field. Other drivers like Jake Garcia, Casey Roderick, Tristan McKee, Billy Van Meter, Dustin Smith, Carson Brown, and Dawson Sutton were unable to make the call of the attempt of those guys. 38 entries. They were not able to take it to the last chance qualifier to transfer in from Saturday night. Cody Deemers, before we toss it to Trucker and Sarge and Westman to close out our radio show, what's coming up around the corner, man? And obviously we're going to do this again next Sunday night, the Christmas Clash. Let everybody know about it, Cody.
Yeah, so we got a legend. We got late model stocks, we got legends, and we got a mini stock race. My big buddy Jonathan Sessoms won his very first ever race live on Elevated TV last year in the Christmas Clash in the mini stock portion. So it's going to be a fun time. Can't wait. Hopefully we can get Chris the Trucker back in the booth with you. And
oh God,
do it all again.
Hey, they're definitely gonna have too much damn pecan pie for Christmas. The cranberry sauce and more. So no. In all seriousness, though, guys, I really enjoyed it. So
we got the Christmas Clash.
I can't help it if I like pie.
The Christmas Clash is. We just got the.
Do you like pie?
It is presented by CRN. The Christmas Clash is going to be presented by CRN. So, got that all that. And
damn, I'm in the money. I didn't even realize it.
Then on January 8th, and Trucker will actually be running in this race. That'll be the Honky Tonkin' Twin 25s for the Legends at the Nashville Mini. So, Trucker's sitting, I think, about 12th in the points in the Rolling Thunder.
Hey.
So,
hey, Sarge, you know the Honky Tonk Man song? We need to have a honky tonk with a guitar for that race on January the 8th.
Yeah. You got
them sideburns and my hair slicked back. But we're going back into old school, okay? I'm unveiling how old Sarge is doing that.
Yeah. And then you had Jeff Jarrett, who was the spin-off of the Honky Tonk Man.
That's right, yeah. Well, come on.
Clown.
Slap these nuts. That's a slap nuts. And Cody, I got to give you, buddy, big props for this, man. I can't wait to see this logo on Racing America and all of the social media. Ron Barfield's very happy with this logo, my man. You did it. The only thing I would say you need to do is maybe add the Dillon Motor Speedway logo somewhere on the bottom of that shield. But that's the real logo. How did this story come about, Cody, to make it happen?
Well, I was looking at flyers and I was just kind of like looking on the Facebook page, and all I seen was like 16th in numbers and New Year's Bash in letters, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna try to make a logo and see what I can come up with, and that's the finished product. And I just kind of shot it over to Dylan, and they liked it, and I shot it over to Ron Barfield, and he asked me, could he use it for promotions? And I ain't gonna lie to you, I about flipped out of the back of my chair. I about pulled a Chris Norris instead of going under the desk. I went coming out from underneath the desk, backwards. So definitely was.
Because McCann is spelled pecan.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was special to me. You know, I didn't get asked to do this by no means. I've done this under my own. I don't. You know, I didn't get paid to do this. I didn't get nothing. This is all on my own time, and you know, I think it turned out good. And the New Year's, obviously, Dylan liked it enough. That's where it starts. Obviously,
that's where it starts.
Obviously, Dylan liked it enough. They put it up there.
Well, I've been over to Dillon Motor Speedway lots of times, and they always put on a good show over there. Ron and those they do a good job.
Yes.
They've
Ron and
always
Bill
had,
Flynn.
yeah, they've always invited us out as as the Veterans of Foreign Wars to do raffle tickets and sales and different things. Let us do buddy poppies, and we really appreciate Ron for allowing them to do that.
Now, Sarge, if you live so close to Dillon, you need to bring. I got to talk to Ron Barfield. Me and Alan Dietz are the broadcasters for the New Year's Bash. But if we can have you say pecan right, we might bring you up in the booth to help us call a lap or two of the New Year's Bash this year. My treat.
It's pecan. I mean, depending on where you are on the East Coast,
it's never end.
I got you. And there's our New Year's Bash logo for our second annual.
Yeah, and it looks just like the real deal, except it's the second instead of the 16th, and that race will be at Langley Speedway, the Christmas Clash Wheel, which is next Sunday. That race will be at New Smyrna Speedway, because honestly, Cody, Langley and New Smyrna are the closest things to Carteret County and Dillon. And hopefully one day we'll see them on the iRacing server, but that's the makeup, if you will, to try to, economize and make the race happen on the same type of specifications.
Yeah, I would love to see some more local tracks around here. Florence Speedway, Sumter, maybe even on the dirt side.
Yes, sir.
Dillon,
yes, sir.
Lakeview. Man, those are all great tracks.
Yeah.
And
Fayetteville's gone, Rockfish is gone, Larry's is gone, and if you don't have it on the iRacing server, those are tracks that will never be in the history anymore. And what's so cool is like places like East Bay Raceway or other racetracks that are on the server that you can literally go on and you can be able to make your own racing history, even if it's in the virtual world for sure.
Well, and it's like Lakeview. I mean, Scott Tripp and Sophie
Tripp
have done such an awesome job with rebuilding, just totally remodeling that entire track.
Yeah.
I mean, they have done such a wonderful job over there, and they're really close personal friends of mine. And
Scott,
keep up the good work over there.
I've announced many times, Mr. Sarge, over there at Dillon and Florence and Lakeview and Darlington Raceway and all the tracks over the years, man. And obviously the PD region, I think, is stronger than ever when it comes to motorsports. And hopefully you can continue to get the dirt and pavement. And by the way, if you live in the PD region, as we mentioned, you got the New Year's Bash coming up at Dillon, and then a few weeks away from obviously racing returning at Lakeview in March, and also February, the Icebreaker at Florence Motor Speedway. Now those are real races, and listen, shout out to the karting world. The New Year's, what do they call it? The New Year's Karting Nationals is going to be at Henry Marie's Paradise Raceway, and the Chili Bowl Karting Championships. There'll now be 2 Triple T Raceway, and of course Tri-County Kartway. So racing season, really, Chris and Trucker, it doesn't stop. We are the fans of this chaos and mayhem, so it will never come to an end. And that is before NASCAR and even Speed Weeks down in Florida and Georgia crank up.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think they have a modified tour race coming up in February. So they do that sometimes at Lakeview. So,
yep.
Depending on
the car, I think it's the Northeast Sportsman Mod, the South of the Border Showdown.
Exactly. And they always, man, to me, that's some of the best racing on dirt right now, are those 602s. I mean,
Trucker, your final take of everything. I know I got to give you a tardy slip, my friend, because you're 200 laps short. You didn't make the start of the finish. The thing. No, in all seriousness, man, I understand having kids and putting them to bed, and obviously your take of what we saw in the Derby. I think it was a great race. I hate that we didn't see the overtime finish, but at the end of the deal, Mike Hopkins pretty much ran away with this thing in closing.
Oh, yeah, Mike Hopkins definitely had it from the time I got here to the end. There was no doubt. Even if we would have had the green-white checkered, I think he still would have had it.
Well,
I mean, it was it's a lot of racing. It puts a lot of wear and tear on the car and driver, but if eventually it comes down to who's going to have the line settled in and run it right, and that's what Mike Hopkins was doing, was running that line.
Well, we enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Trucker Gaming. Before I let you go, Merry Christmas to you, my friend, and hopefully we'll see you next Sunday for the Christmas Clash. Chris Norris, Sarge, thank you for your service. Have a great Christmas. Enjoy all of the pecans and pecans you want. And, man, your final take of the Snowball Derby, it was a good one. We were treated to definitely a very technical, driver-savvy 300-lapper. Cautions at the end. You felt like that was going to happen, but at the end it was the Mike and Mike show of Hopkins and Atwell, and at the end Hopkins from Maine prevails.
Yeah, we said it at the beginning, at the start. Whoever takes care of their equipment, well, you're going to see the cream rise to the top. And those guys, hats off to them. They put on a great race. They did some great racing. They stayed out of trouble, took care of their mess, took care of business. And, congratulations to those guys.
Hey, and by the way, before I do let you go, I'll let you give your famous Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan impression of your take of this race tonight, man. So thank you.
Well, here's the thing. Well, you know something, Wesley? What are you going to do when these super late model stocks run wild on you, brother?
I'm going to go get me some pecan pie.
Snap into a Slim Jim, buddy. Yeah, boy. But no, I appreciate y'all asking me up. It was fun. Glad I was able to help out tonight. Yeah, I had some races tonight. We had a third race tonight, but Cody's been asking me for the last 2 days. I said, man, let me hop over here and help Cody out tonight. So,
and I've called many of your races before, Sarge. And normally it's like a quick interview if you make the podium or if you crash out and I grab an interview. But I think you have a newfound respect of what it takes to carry these broadcasts, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. This is not my first rodeo. I've been calling for 4 Wide on Monday nights, helping out over there.
Awesome.
So I'm not the fastest talker in the world, but
you can sell all the pecans you want.
I'm like E.F. Hutton. When I speak, people listen. So there you go.
Elmer Fudd. E.F. Hutton is Elmer Fudd abbreviated, I think.
Yeah, Elmer Fudd. Killed a wabbit. Just joking. It's deer season.
Well, I say, you better have all them pecan pies at your house there, and Merry Christmas there, Sarge.
I ain't lying. Merry Christmas to you guys. Happy New Year. If I don't get to hop in here again between now and then, wish you and your families all the best. Stay safe, stay healthy. Yeah. And I had a great time tonight. It was a blast.
It was a fun time. Herman, Maine driver from the Granite State Pro Stock Series, a Highway 95 Speedway or Speedway 95, and of course Oxford Plains and all the other racetracks to the Northeast. Know that man very well. Number 15, ironically, coming out to qualify for the Snowball Derby, he put his car in the fence, but not in the virtual world. He is the second annual winner of the iRacing Snowball Derby, presented by Zach's Lawn Care. I'm hearing myself. I don't know why. Son of a bitch, I'm going crazy.
What's the difference? We've been having to hear you all night long.
Oh my God. I am. We're going to get sued. All I got to say in closing is it's pecan, not pecan. Mike Hopkins wins the Derby for everybody at Elevated TV and CRN. For the Sarge, Chris Norris, Trucker Gaming, Cody Deemers on production. I am Wesley Outland. Merry Christmas. We'll see you next Sunday for the second annual Christmas Clash. Enjoy the holidays. Remember, Jesus is the reason for the season, and be grateful to spend it with your family and friends, and be mindful of those that will not, of the loved ones that they have lost. Until we meet again, Merry Christmas and congratulations to Hopkins from Maine, winner of the iRacing Snowball Derby, presented by Zach's Lawn Care, for the second time. And we'll see you for the third commencement in 2026. This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of Elevated Broadcasting. Elevated TV would like to thank all of our fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.